Okay, this is huvi.info and Jatkot, and I'm here with Random Hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what exactly is a Random Hand? Is there what's the story behind the name?
A Random Hand is like a sort of a ska-core punk band in the UK.
That's brilliant. Couldn't have said it better.
It's an eight-legged creature from the north of England.
It's an old English term which sort of means to, when you sort of break it down, it basically means to kind of con a plumber, but so to not pay the full amount but still get good quality plumbing.
Okay, and this doesn't apply to carpentry or only plumbing.
It's very
only
plumbing.
Okay, that is a very specific name for a band. That's cool. You're here at Valtteri-Festival. We are currently in Holiday Inn in the business corner, as we can see. Oh, yeah. So let's get down to the...
We're in the business corner.
Yeah, let's get down to the business. Yeah, so you're doing a festival a little bit later tonight.
We're doing two sets, actually.
Oh, man.
We're now going to play outside at 7 o'clock.
Yeah?
Because a band pulled out and we're here. We may as well do more shows if we can. And then we're going to play in the club in the evening, yeah.
All right. So you're going to do two distinctive different sets now, or do you have a plan, or are you just going to wing it?
We only have so many songs that we like to play. That's the issue.
We've put them in a different order.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the sets is shorter than the other one, so it will appear different. We'll have varying levels of energy as well. So yeah, the craft will be quite different on one show compared to the next.
Would you say you'll have more or less energy on the second, or do you know?
I hope to think that I'll be warmed up.
Yeah,
that's the theory we're going on, but there's every chance with the fact we're low on sleep because the sun doesn't go down here, that we might actually be more below average on the second set, but we'll see.
Yeah. And of course there's a sauna backstage, so you'll get warmed up in there.
So saunas everywhere.
Yeah. This is the land of, I don't know what is the equivalent in England, but in Finland everybody has to build a sauna every place, like even in your car probably and your washing machine.
I guess there may be like like a spice rack.
Spice rack, with the British equivalent.
Yeah, sauna.
Why don't we take this interview to the sauna?
Yeah, we'll have a flashback 3 hours later. Everybody's drunk and I think I just have to put a plastic bag over the camera. We'll be fine.
Right, if we could actually just ask you a question.
Sure.
With saunas, why is it that you have to sit in a sauna and then go out somewhere cold straight away? What does that do?
I think it shocks your body, and that's great because next question. I'm the wrong person to ask this. But this could be the theme of your between songs speaking. You can just ask the people. Why?
You need banter, don't you?
Yeah.
By the end of the day, I think you'll get your answer.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain. So there are no holes in the ice in England for you where to jump in from hot rooms.
No. If there are, they're about that deep, about that wide, and so it's.
The weather in England is far too middle of the road and grey all the time for there ever to be anything.
But it's pretty grey now, sort of technically. Yeah. So does it feel more like home?
Feels a little bit like home right now.
And random rain just for 3 minutes.
It's quite interesting to get this morning to get such intense sunshine, but combined with quite a cold air temperature.
Yeah.
That was quite, and I think when we were walking around last night and it being like 2 in the morning, but still being quite light, that was quite unusual. Oh. It's quite a novelty for us.
I haven't done that kind of thing since my early 20s.
Mm.
Which was what, last year?
Just seeing the sunlight at that time.
20 years ago for you.
Oh. You're throwing me off here. But it's okay. So you came in last night?
Yeah, we got here just about 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and you had a chance to be out on the town just a little bit?
Yeah,
got yourself a tiny hangover?
A tiny hangover.
Tiny.
I couldn't afford a proper hangover. Yeah. What was did you catch what that band called?
No.
No. We watched a very strange band.
Was it at Valtteri-Festival?
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah?
It was a good crowd. Yeah, so we were going to play. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, all right. And how long are you here? Are you leaving tomorrow? Yeah. So what's next after this? Back home or off to Russia? Or?
Back home.
Back home.
Just a flying visit over.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's for the weekend.
So how did this come about? Just coming over for a random festival in Tampere.
People, someone's tried to book us here for quite a few years, but we've not been able to make it work for numerous reasons, and this was the first time it's fallen and we've got the time and it just works.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So would you say right now is a good time for you to come? Is there nothing really happening in England right now?
We're having a bit of time off touring in England because we're trying to write a new album and get it out, so we don't want to do many more gigs until we've got a new album,
sure.
but we're more than happy to go to places we've never been before.
Okay, okay. And this was your first time over there?
Yeah, never been here before.
Yeah, okay. And well, you haven't played yet, but I'm hoping you're gonna come plenty of times still. And, I hope you had a blast so far.
Yeah, I hope we come back.
Yeah. Do you know a lot of Finnish like music or stuff, or is this?
Our, admittedly, in our ignorance, our cultural knowledge of Finland as a whole was dire. Knew very little about it. It's got to the point now where we're sort of quite, because we do quite a lot of travelling and we go abroad quite a lot, and so it's, I don't want to say it's routine. It's never routine because it's always a very exciting thing to do, especially somewhere new, and to get a sense of somewhere new firsthand is always incredibly exciting. But it's got to the point now where we just kind of don't really bother sort of preparing for it. We just sort of know, oh, we're flying on this day. We'll just you know, we'll just see what's what when we get there. So we were culturally very ill prepared.
Yeah,
it's more of an adventure. That
I think my favourite thing of that was us going to Canada and not realising that actually French was their first language where we were landing. Like, oh, right. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. The trouble with being English is you get very complacent that everyone else speaks English, which is obviously not a good frame of mind to fall into.
But at least here in Finland it should be easy. Everybody does speak English.
Yeah, we've not had a problem.
Yeah, even old ladies. But the secret to that is because we don't dub in Finland on TV, so everyone's just used to reading the text and then listening to the language. So even old people, when they're watching their soaps,
amazing.
They're watching West Enders.
We need more Finnish television.
Yeah. I got a couple of shows for you. No, I don't. and the Finns, as musicians, we are sort of afraid to go to England because you have such a strong culture of having your own bands, and everybody sort of tours England, minds their business in England, and maybe it's hard to be an outsider coming into.
I think actually, although there is a lot of music from England, we're very receptive to bands from other countries coming.
Okay.
Like you've got more. I think you've got more of a chance being a band from abroad coming into England than you do being a band just starting in England. Like people will pay more attention. I think that works across the board for elsewhere. Like British bands coming to Finland and stuff. We've never done a gig here before, but we're going to do 2 great ones today. That probably isn't the case for a band that's just starting in Finland. Yeah.
So would you say if there was a band who wanted to tour with you in England, that would be a good idea, that they should try and do it or just go by themselves or something like that?
I think, obviously it would depend if they were a band that were in the right kind of scene, but a band could, they could get in touch with bands that they could play with over in England, and they could visit, and they could make something happen. Yeah. And then probably a lot of doors open for them because they're from Finland and stuff. They'll be able to get press as well quite easily. Okay. Compared to other bands.
Cool. Hey, but we're gonna make some press for you right here, and I'm gonna end on this 9-minute note. So if you have any final hurrahs to all the people watching and wondering what the hell is going on.
What's a hurrah? Have you got a hurrah?
Spent the last 10 minutes thinking about saunas. So.
See you in the sauna.
See you in the sauna.